So just a quick check-in. This is one of those days that I'm really trying to clean up the house and throw a lot of stuff away, and I'm just drinking lemonade and resting. It's like it's a heavy day. I'm tired, but I feel good at the same time. I feel very good. Season. But I just got this, just what you call it, download, upload, challenge, whatever. I just got this feeling. I got this feeling. Grandpa Johnny was my great grandfather or something like that. Anyway, he was the son of my white great grandmother or something like that, that was born in Jernigan, that was buried in Jernigan Warren here in Fayetteville. And if you know Jernigan Warren, don't bury black people. So my great grandfather, I guess, married this white woman. So I guess free black marries white woman. You know what? Like I said, in my family, unless you're acting stupid, that is not, too much of a drama for us. It has been because of people of this that look like this being really stupid. But what adds the horror to it all is when people who look like this are really stupid. Ugh. And it comes from within. Anyway, Grandpa Johnny, they always used to tell me that I remind them of Grandpa Johnny, and my mom and my aunt that raised me, and my two aunts, Aunt Esther and Aunt Mary Catherine. It's funny how names go throughout history. It's the synchronicity of the names. Ruth, my mom, Mary Catherine, my aunt, her sister, uh, Esther, and my main one, Will Ann. They would call her Will Ann. The Pisces protector. Oh, she sees the drama. But anyway, they said I would remind them of Grandpa Johnny, who was basically just like Charles Chestnut here. That's the whole funny thing about in this area. You have Langston Hughes, you have Charles Chestnut, and you have my grandfather, who all of them, if they wanted to, could easily pass for white. But they didn't. They did just the opposite. They were black. I mean, you talk about some real freedom fighters and people who would mouth off whatever they felt, and yet, in their own creative way. And yet they all had to, and they all had Fayetteville ties, and they left and went away. Message. But I know my assignment, which is to say, I'm not going to stay here before the minute that I'm here. I'm here on my assignment, like military people. Military people get it. Anyway, I mean, it's like when you come clear in your assignment, it's all so clear of why. Of course, my parents wouldn't want me to be here because they know what they've gone through and they know the legacy. But I still have to do what I have to do. That's why they say you come in knowing, but you don't always know, because that's part of the journey. So for anybody that says, I know everything, bitch, you do not. You are still learning. Never follow a person that says, I know everything, or do. Go ahead and take your weed and your DMT and whatever you need to smoke or toke on, and just follow somebody. Look at their life. Does their life look like something you want to mirror? Look at their life right now. And my life might not be something you want to mirror. And that's okay, because I'm not telling you to mirror me. I'm not asking for followers. I'm just spitting out my poetry and my story, because ain't nobody's telling my story, and no one can tell my story but me. So don't get all caught up with other people telling your story, or your story's like, or this person's talking about you, or this person's talking about you. They play with the ego. It's true. They play with the ego, and that's how the devil gets your soul. Because you get plugged into something, and then you want to pay for that ego rush. You want to pay for that ego rush time and time again, and they get you like a scam artist, like people who be giving you tarot or astrology readings, and they charge you, and they hook you, and then it's the bait and switch. They hook you, and then they turn into some other shit. That's not saying that some astrologers don't know what they do. They do. I know there are like one or two that I follow, like I love. Well, I hate to even say, because they know who they are. Mom knows who she is. Something about the Brits. The Brits are in the bloodline. I don't. My mom, Doctor Who, Britain. I have a tie to Britain. I have a tie to Europe. Some kind of, well, we all do, but I have a legacy tie. Getting back to where I'm going with this, my grandfather, great grandpa Johnny, they said that man, and he had like blue eyes too, and he hated white people, hated white people. Black man with blue eyes, looked white, and he hated white people, which remind me of a friend I had named Butch. That I know, no, he was his name was Butch. He played tennis. Oh my God, this was a good looking guy. And I always end up friends with all these great looking guys, all the guys that women like, and I just end up being friends. I know I have that I it just I'm just not that type of I don't chase men and I don't get all I've had friends that were super handsome and I did not know that they actually wanted to date me. But anyway, Butch was one of those people who I love. Where is he now? Please don't let nobody come up. Hey, I'm Butch, because I know you're not. Because knowing Butch, he's probably dead or in jail by now. No, because he had these anger issues and he hated white people. He hated white people. Now, mind you, see, this is sometimes with a self hate. I don't know what happened in his family. I don't know what it was, but Butch was part Puerto Rican and he was part French. Mind you, mom was whitish Puerto Rican and dad was French. You see what I'm getting? And he hated white people with a passion. I mean, and I had to remind him time and time again, honey, do you see what you look like? So, but that's is that energy is that type of people or men I seem to run into, which is so cool, right? And my which brings me back to Grandpa Johnny. They say you are just like him. They would always say you are just like him. And I remember one time around summer, my eyes would always change from black to brown, black to brown. They say your eyes don't change. My eyes would always change. I think over the last decade or so, it's leveled off to be, what is my eye color now? Brown. I mean, I can look at some of my old license. My old license will say black eyes, and some of my license will say brown eyes, because my eyes will switch color depending on, in the summertime, it would go more brownish than black. In the wintertime, it would go more blackish. But sometimes during that particular type of spring and summer, I would get like a little blue glow around my eyes. And they would say, you got a lot of Grandpa Johnny in you. And I thought about as far as ancestors and warriors. And if I had an ancestor that was protecting me too, all my ancestors have come to protect their baby girl. I am like the happiest woman in the whole entire world. I may not look it, don't have the richest, but I'm God rich, bitch. I'm ancestral rich. I am earning my shit. This is a personal year. Trust me, it's personal. It's very personal. And I'm taking it personal. I'm on vacay all year and just doing me. I don't have time for the drama that's coming your way, all our ways. But I'm like, I'm out of it. I'm off the field. I'm gonna let the men handle the job, and I'm just gonna create and just be real about me, about my health, about my life, and I'll show you periodically. Hey, doing this, and hey, and doing this. But and trust me, I'm working because these men, they are getting out there handling the war, and they need good inspiration and good energy and good motivation, and they need a good muse. Like how back in the war days, you used to have the pinup girls, and everything like y'all too young to remember that. But right now I'm the pinup girl for the mind. I'm sexy Val. I'm Michonne. Michonne was sexy. The Walking Dead is funny. Military brats get it. But anyway, getting back to, and that would be my Grandpa Johnny. Grandpa Johnny had that Michonne energy. I mean, I have never met Grandpa Johnny, but yet there's a part of me that's like, yes, you have. You know this man intimately, not intimately like intimately, but I know this man. I know this energy very well because it flows through me, and they could see it in me. And I just today, it was like, oh my God, Pluto. Pluto, 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 Pluto. That is Grandpa Johnny. All and my Pluto is in Cancer. Oh my God, y'all are dead, 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 dead. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny or give threats or anything like that. No, 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 no. But Grandpa Johnny, I need to find out more about him, but I know none of my family's going to let me know, which makes me know that he is that man. Because if they go quiet on you, especially my family, if they go quiet on certain things you want to ask about, then you know they're hiding something. Like, like with my grandfather that I thought was dead, but that was he lived right around the corner from my grandmother who had divorced him, but he was still on the land. And I could, like, it's a whole other story with my family. Like, I know when I want the real answers, I can't go to them, so I got that already. So I just channel, and the angels, the ancestors are like, us already, just ask us what you want to know. And it seems like it's that easy. It's not that easy. It's just easy for me because I've been like that since a child. My grandmother knew on my daddy's side. My grandfather knew on my mother's side. So I get the whole clue. I am sure as shit that Grandpa Johnny knew James Stillman Rockefeller. I know that. I know he did. They both. And I don't even know, how do I know this? I don't even remember if I've ever seen a picture of this man. And yes, somebody said, yes, you have. You know him. It's imprinted in you. But that smile, that face, when I see in an older age, with him sitting in the rocking chair, that face reminds me of Grandpa Johnny. So I am very clear and very well aware that they probably do each other. So it is like such a combo. And this could be all stories in my head, right? But isn't this all stories in all of our heads? Aren't we all making up a story to a certain degree because we want to be a part of a bigger picture? But what is your bigger picture? And are you working? Are you actually working for that bigger picture? Or are you just sitting at a table and hoping and wishing and paying all these motherfuckers to give you blessings? And the only thing you're blessing is them, when you need to be putting that money in a savings account or funding or investing in your dreams. Because I'm going to tell you in a minute, there's getting ready to be a lot of stuff that's going to dry up. Music industry's going to dry up. Entertainment industry's going to dry up. These tarot workers and astrology workers who've been scamming and shit. The real ones get it. The real ones on their stuff. All these ones are scamming that you got to pay $5.99 every time and come to the next tier and come to this. I'm not knocking Patreon. I actually need to go on that and be about my business. But I'm just like, free philanthropy, because I don't feel this is my part of my philanthropy. How is a wasp in here? I gotta go get that motherfucker out of here. Yeah, and then you just stopped. Okay, I'm gonna deal with this and then I'm gonna deal with that. But yeah, the timing though. But yeah, but the timing though, and trust me, I'll get it. You want to see me get it and burn it? I'll show you. But no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just maybe grab it and let it out of here. I don't feel like, ironically, I don't feel like finish this. Okay. Yeah. But Grandpa Johnny, yeah. And well, all of this. If you, what is your story? Are you telling your story, or are you telling the narrative? Is this really your story, or is this a narrative? If you were, the birds just chirping like crazy. So the birds are asking too, is this, the bird says, is this really your story, or is this just a narrative that you're trying to sell to people as a pack of lies for money? All this pressure for money, all this gay for pay, all this trendy shit, all this we switch up on all the time. We take the lick, we do all types of shit. We go both ways. We fuck everybody, including animals too. Anything's off the rails for us. You gotta live your own life. You really do. What life are you living? Because I'm telling you, you better catch a clue. These people are telling you to do this stuff. They're either not doing it, they're lying about doing it, or if they are doing it, you do not want to sit with them. Remember when they said, that group said, you can't sit with us. Bitch, we don't want to sit with you. You can't get in these gates, motherfucker. So I love it. Ooh, that's my Grandpa Johnny and my granddaddy coming out. That's everybody. That is my blood, my bloodline coming out of me, that my ancestors have chosen. The favorite daughter, granddaughter. Woo, child. You know what? This is like the perfect ending and beginning for me, because this is a time when a lot of things are ending. I mean, like ending, like dun 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 dun. And this is a very weird time of beginnings too. You just got to be focused on the right one for you. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. But do the math, because it's always about the math. I laugh when people, choose a hoe or a trick gender not specific, and you can't trust a hoe or addict with a bag. But you know, you go ahead and do that. You'll see quickly, and you cannot. And if I tell you to back off of me, then you need to back the fuck off of me. If I say it more than 3 times, you're already like tapped and sapped, like a. Anyway, it's so good that I can laugh today because about a year from now, 5 months from now, I was not. It was horrible, but I'm over it. And I just thought, oh my gosh, Grandpa Johnnie. And I remembered him, but I forgot. And I brought it back. Pluto and Cancer. Oh my God, Grandpa Johnnie. I would not mess with me. If I wasn't stepping to me with integrity, y'all can go ahead and do what you want to. You go ahead and let that ego. Well, she ain't never met me. She ain't never done this. Okay. You don't believe in ghosts, but you believe in aliens. Oh, you got everything in you. You got everything in you. You got the mastermind in you. My ancestors are going, okay, make a move. Bet you'll lose. Bet me, bet me, bet me, bet me. Remember, I gave you a clue. Don't ever take me up on a bet when I say bet me, bet me, bet me, bet me, bet me, or do. Anyway, this was Grandpa Johnnie setup. I'm not gonna name that video this, but yeah. Hey, Grandpa Johnnie, I love you. Are the coolest. You guys, you guys. I am getting a whole other level of the energy that I'm getting when I get out on that land. The daughter wins. Whatever winning is, I'm winning for me because it's about me being happy personally. It's a 7 year summer vow. Oh, trust me, it's personal. It's personal. It's personal.